today we are going to be rebuilding Marseille. A lot of hype because of the new appointment in De Zerbi, and today we're going to try and take them to the next level. Now we are going to be playing from the start of the 24-25 season, so we are going to go and see, as a little reminder, what they done last season, bring through some new transfers. If you do enjoy the rebuilds, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Don't know what that was about. Let's get into it. So for anyone that doesn't watch the French league or keep up with the results, obviously PSG won the league, but Marseille did finish in 8th place. Now, I will say it's not a great season for them, so it does obviously mean they do need a new manager, and De Zerbi is going to be that man. Now, today, we're not going to be using necessarily his style of tactic, but we are going to take in some of his principles, and hopefully we can bring in a few faces with a transfer budget. Now, what I've done is, obviously, we have got players that would have been, we basically had on loan, so what I've done is I have replaced them by not signing them, by adding money to the budget, which I will talk about because it will avoid a lot of confusion. So let's go and talk about that right now. Basically, what I'm trying to say is players like Guendouzi was on loan, but they do join permanently for 11.2 million. So I didn't have a say in that one. And also Renan Lodi is going to go to Al Hilal for 17.2 million pounds. Again, a player I probably would have kept. So what we've done is we've given that sort of budget and put it into our transfer budget so we can actually have somewhat of an effect, because the transfer budgets on this game aren't actually that accurate. And the first player I'm going to bring in is going to be a player joining permanently as well. That is going to be Akbar Sila, coming in from Strasbourg, a player who obviously plays his football in France as well, and I just think he looks incredible. Great aggression, great bravery, great leadership at the age of 21. He's just a very well-rounded centre-back for his age. He did set me back a total of loan fees of £6.2 million, and he is going to be joining on the permanent, as you can see here. So hopefully he performs well, because the only way I got this deal done was to agree a future fee 100%. Player that's not on loan is going to be Amir Richardson. I'm going to bring him in from Reims. Again, a player who has come from the French league, and I like signing from the French league because you know what you're going to get, you know. We haven't really got the pull to go and sign, you know, like for example, a Premier League standard midfield player or something like that. So signing someone from this league is definitely doable. Marseille have got a real high reputation. £14 million, and this player just offers a lot. Incredibly versatile, very young, Moroccan, passion. We love the Moroccan players, and he just looks incredibly well-rounded. And like I said, for that price tag, you're not really going to get much better. We can't go out and attract loads and loads of top-tier players because we're not even in the Champions League. We've got to be somewhat realistic. I was surprised he joined, to be fair. That is going to be Nouri, a player who I do like to bring in. Again, very good on the left-hand side and up front as well. He's reasonably quick, got great finishing, good composure, good determination, good flair. 24 years of age on £58,000 a week. He sent me back £15 million, which, as you can see, compared to what Rennes paid, is an absolute bargain. I'm going to go on a bit of a loan spree, and all of these players have got an option to buy them. So again, that does come down to you if you are going to carry on this save file. The first one is going to be Aslani, coming in from Inter Milan, an absolute baller. He really is. He's, again, very similar to the first midfield player I show you. Very well-rounded, 22 years of age, and again, just gives us a bit more of a younger sort of influence into that midfield, because the players we have are actually quite old. So to get some young players in was essential. Another player on loan but joining permanently is going to be Fran Garcia. Again, similar to the left back, I wanted someone that is incredibly quick, because in the French league you can get away with having quite an attacking set of fullbacks because the quality isn't the best of the best for some of the teams, so we can afford to, you know, set one of these fullbacks free, and Fran Garcia was literally the best option on the market. So as you can see, he's going to set us back 1.1 million in total loan fees, and he cost us around about 4.8 to bring permanently to the team. We have got a fullback there for almost 10 years, an absolute baller for this level of football. And for the right hand side, now this guy can play anywhere on the right, but I'm going to play him as a right back. That is going to be Thiago Santos. Again, 22 years of age. Again, bringing in some younger players in here. Very, very quick. Incredibly good when it comes to the dribbling and the crossing. We are going to have quite attacking wing-backs in this system, and he is going to suit down to an absolute T. 2.1 million when it comes to loan fees, and he sent me back, I would imagine if we are going to sign him, I reckon you're going to pay easily the £7 million because he's absolutely incredible. So total, you can see here, we are going to spend 50 million, 28 million in the outgoing. We had some money already. Not too much done in installments, apart from, I believe, Nouri was almost done all in installments. But other than that, we used our money very wisely, brought in a load of new players. Let's go and make this tactic from the ground up. Let's go and make this tactic. Now, don't worry, we are not playing this system. Do not worry. I will say we are got somewhat of a rough idea. I think I'm going to go gegenpress, because I think we can catch a lot of teams off guard by playing a lot more attacking than what they probably expect us to be doing after such a poor finish last season. So the first decision is going to be the goalkeeper. Now, we have got two good goalkeepers. We've got Ruben Blanco, who is 29 years of age, and of course, we have got Pau Lopez, again, 29 years of age. So it is really, we've got two really good goalkeepers here. Nothing separates them too much, but I am going to go, I believe, I think I'm going to go with Ruben Blanco. I'm going to go with Ruben Blanco in goal as a sweeper keeper. I'm going to have him on support again, but I'm actually going to have him quite aggressive. I want him coming out, tackling harder. I do want him keeping it short, though, with the passing, but I want him to be quite aggressive when it comes to coming out and winning the ball back. Now, we instantly know for the wing-backs, we have got good options, and what I'm going to do right away, the wing-back on the right, we are going to have him set to attack, and we are going to have the likes of Thiago Santos. Now, this guy, I show you already, so I won't show you again. He is built for an attack and wing-back role. He needs to be attacking, and in fact, I'm going to do exactly the same for the left-back as well. Wing-back on attack, and we are going to have, where is he? Fran Garcia. Them wing-backs are absolutely incredible. These two are going to cook. They really, really are. Now, when it comes to defenders, I'm not entirely sure what we've got to offer here. Central defenders, obviously got the new man there. We've got Bellardi. We've got Chancel Mbemba and Gijo. Now, what I'm going to do is, I believe Chancel Mbemba is actually one of our better options, I think. He is. Now, his passing's actually quite good. 14 passing. So, do you know what? I'm going to have him as a ball-playing defender. He can cover that. And I'm going to try and get our new man involved as well at the back. Now, let's double-check it. His passing's not as good. But in fact, his pass is not great at all. So what I'm going to do for him, I'm going to have him, I think, as a no-nonsense centre-back on defend next to a ball player. This is a very unique back line, but I'm very confident. I am very confident. Santos, Mbemba, Sila, Fran Garcia, it's a nice mix. Now, what we're going to do is, firstly, let's just move these out of the way because I'm confusing myself now. Push these up the pitch a little bit. Now, I'm going to try and play a 4-2-4, I think. I'm going to try and back it because I think we've got the firepower. So we are going to go with somewhat of a mixture in this, I feel. I want someone sort of sitting a little bit deep, so we are going to go with a DM. Have we got anyone who can really cover that DM very well? Let's look at the options. We've obviously got Aslani, who we brought in. We've got Kondogbia, who's one incredible player. Kondogbia can get right in there. He is an absolute baller. Ball in midfield player, apparently, is his best role. How comfortable is he at DM, though? He's not far off, but do you know what? For the sake of making him feel comfortable, we are going to have him as a ball-winning midfield player in that pocket there. Now, ideally, I think we might have to go with two sort of deeper players here because we want this front four to be quite attacking. So let's have this here. And let's just see who else we can put into this team. So we've got options. We've obviously got Richardson, we've got Anani, we've got loads of players we can use. Aslani, realistically, they can all play DM quite comfortably. So let's just drag Aslani in there for now, for example. We'll have him as a bit of a, we can have him as a deep line playmaker, and then we can obviously rotate him with, we've got Vertu, who again, I forgot was even at this team, a player who has played for some big clubs in his past. And to be fair, might come in right off the bat, actually. Let's get him into the bat. Vertu and Kondogbia, deep line playmaker, ball-winning midfield player, and now we can afford to have these two up here. Now, what I want to do right off the bat is have two advanced forwards. I want to go all guns blazing, everything on the line, and I think because of these wing-backs being so attacking and overlapping, we're going to have to go with two inside forwards on this occasion, and they're not going to be on attack either. So winger-wise, we have obviously got the likes. If I scroll down a little bit, I've just seen Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as an option. On the right, we have got Luis Enrique. We have got Harrod. Harrod can go on the left. That guy is a baller. If I'm not mistaken, was that the one that played for Schalke? It was. He is incredible. Very, very quick, good dribbling, very good player, to be fair. His finishing's not too good, so I'm not going to tell him to shoot more often, but he is going to be a very good player in that role right there, and is quite comfortable playing it as well, which is good. He does prefer inverted winger, so we are going to give him that. That is completely fine. And on the right, we've got Sarr as well, a player who, again, I completely forgot we had. An incredible baller, obviously previously at Watford and Rennes. Again, he comfortable in this position. Finishing's okay, but I don't really want to have him on shoot more often. And I think for the first time in a long time, I'm going to keep them simply as defaults. I think I'm really going to do that, to be honest. And both of the advanced forwards, we have got options now. Of course, we have got a Vitinha. Now, this is a player who looks very, very good. Maybe not an advanced forward sort of vibe, so we could bring him in. In fact, let's see. Because Aubameyang still looks really good, doesn't he? He still looks very, very good, to be honest. For his age, we have to play this guy because he is just the complete package. So let's get him in there. And I think what we're going to do is we are going to, what is Sternal looking like as well? Not quite there just yet. We are going to play Vitinha, and we are going to have him more, I think, as a bit of a poacher, I think, in this role. a bit of a poacher, I'm feeling. That's what I'm going to roll with. That is looking very attacking. Now, what I want to do off the bat, we'll go through the team instructions. Now, I want to be, it doesn't have to be tiki-taka, so we're going to leave this in the middle. We are going to pass into the space. We have to overlap in this system. And I think we are also going to get crosses into the box quite early because we have got 2 strikers. So we want to get the ball into the box as quick as we can. We are going to be playing some very good attacking football. In transition, we are going to go with the meta instructions, counter, press and counter. Realistically, I'm going to play it to the centre-backs because the full-backs might be quite attacking. They might be out of position, for example. And out of possession, I think I'm going to rock with the standard line because we're not the best team in the league. And if we play the same tactic and we go over and over and we end up playing against PSG, we're going to come into some issues. So we are going to keep it like that. And I think that's going to be it for the team instructions. Now, player roles. Now, wing-backs, I want them to be aggressive. They're the key part of this team. They need to provide width. Let's get them up there. They can actually cross more often. And I want them crossing, obviously, at the centre because it will go basically to one of them 2 strikers up there. So we are going to have them be in the complete package they are, and they can be very, very attacking minded. These 2 can remain the same because they're doing basically what they're meant to be doing, just defending. Now, Kondogbia. We want him, he might be a default vibe. I don't really want him dribbling with the ball, so we're going to have dribble less. This can be shoot less often as well, and we'll keep him like that. Now, I am thinking we are going to have, obviously, the wing back quite attacking. So do we want him staying wider? Maybe almost replacing him? That could be a good idea, actually, to be fair. When the team has a ball to stay wider, that could be a good idea. And the same for the 2 as well is going to be like that, exactly the same. We are going to keep them like that. I think that is going to work really, really well. Now, the likes of Sarr and Harrod, I'm going to keep exactly the same. Now, for these 2 as well, the poacher, I would want him to shoot more often. Obviously, that is his main focus. The advanced forward is moving about, getting into different areas of space. So I'm going to leave him on the default because he's got enough to do already. But I think that's going to be our tactic. That is going to be our tactic. The 4-2-4, the famous 4-2-4. Let's see what we can go and do with it because I'm quite excited. What does the game think, though? In terms of a lineup, this is what I predicted. The game thinks this. Okay, a big change. Nori on the left, Faris, Aubameyang, Sarr, Aslani, Kondogbia. The back line looks almost the same. It's a bit different, so I'm interested to see who gets game time because I brought in players like Santos I'd really want to play, but the rule is I don't lock in players because it's a bit unrealistic. You know, in real life, players get given opportunity. I don't want to lock in, for example, Nuno Santos. He stinks out the gaff for the entire season, and we've got a player like Klaus, who, to be fair, is actually looking pretty tasty, a very good fullback. So we are playing in 4 competitions: the French League, the Europa League, the French Cup, and the Trophy de Champion. They are predicting a finish of, I'm going to predict 6th place, 2nd place. The pressure's on. Let's get into it. So the first trophy up for grabs is going to be the Trophy de Champion, where we come out and actually get to a very good start against PSG. Is this going to be a season we take over? Well, let's not get too confident, as they are going to bounce back with Kolo Mane to make it 1-1, and the next goal is also going to go to them with Mbappe into Emery, into Dembele, into Kolo Mane again. They're going to be your winners. We do get to the Europa League final, though, against Chelsea, where unfortunately Chelsea turn up, and you know what? They get very lucky there. A little deflection of Fran Garcia with Enzo, but we bounce back in the just about 5 minutes after that goal coming in with Fofana into Enzo. We press very well. Aubameyang touches inside, a great touch and a great finish, and from this point onwards we were absolutely dominating them. And I did make another tactic mid-game to go more attacking, and look what happened. This is why you need to make sure you're tweaking and getting variance, because we go through and we win it in extra time while using this attacking strategy. The press comes in and we win the Europa League. Do lose and go out in the 11th round of the French Cup, but it is against PSG and they are going to win it. But what they didn't win, get that in there very early on, is going to be the French League, as we come out and we actually win it. Not convincingly, I'm not going to say convincingly, but we get the job done. And as you can see, Aubameyang is your 2nd top goal scorer in the French League. We've got 2 players in the average rating. We've got 1 player with the 3rd most assists, but realistically, a very, very strong season and one that we can be proud of. And if we think, I don't know if we've actually done it, did we beat PSG? What were their losses looking like? So they lost to us twice, 3-1 and 3-2. They lost to Monaco. They didn't have the best season going. In fact, Monaco had a better season than them. We absolutely took over the French League. We love to see it. What a season that is. And that does mean we are going to be a double winner, not treble, a double. The French League and the Europa League, the biggest trophies that we could win, we have won. The French Cup and the Trophy de Champion is not a smudge on these 2 trophies right here. And the squad, The squad turned up, man. They really, really did. 29 for Aubameyang. What a guy. 22 for Ndiaye, but so you say that. 21 for Sarr. Faris, obviously out on loan, had a good season. Nouri, 18 and 13. 16 goals for Vitinha. Aslani, 11 and 15. What a player he has become. You've got 6 and 7. We've got a load of players. 16 assists for Klaus at right back. We have had one incredible season. The best player is going to be Aubameyang. Abama Bloodclot Yang. I can't believe I've just said that. I've cringed myself out. But he is still doing it at the age of 35. Now that is going to be an incredible, incredible rebuild. All done in one season. You've got £36 million to spend. More than what I had originally, I can tell you that. And my challenge for you is the big one, actually, instantly into my head. Try and win the Champions League with Marseille. I'm going to give you a 3-season cap. So you've got one more season and another season. So you've got 2 more seasons to try and win the Champions League. Download the rebuild file over on the Patreon. Get the tactic with it as well, because we did obviously make 2 in the end. We've got this one and we've got this one, a more attacking version. So make sure you go and get those as well. Try and replicate it. Let me know who you sign. That is going to be your challenge. A real FM player loves a challenge. Go over and try it out. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you in the next one. We've got a double outro today. Hit him with a double.